Hello. I thought I'd come on here and talk a bit about the Acolyte and how its cancellation is going down with the audience, and how some actors in the Acolyte may not be taking it too well. Um, so, and as sort of the demographic that they were aiming for as a person of color and a woman, and I'm bi, so I'm sort of in the LGBTQ sphere that they're aiming for, with the gay lesbians and other friends of the forest, I guess, and sort of the gay coven that they were like, oh, it's not gay, but it's clearly gay. Um, Anyways, besides the point, off topic, but so no, I didn't watch The Acolyte, um, but I do have some talking points that I thought that I can sort of go over with you guys. Um, and this is sort of like the first video I've done talking about stuff like this, so pardon me if it's a bit rambly, but I do have talking points. Um, so I'll try and stick close to these. So first point, no, I didn't watch The Acolyte. Second point, I am the demographic. I am part of the holy triad of demographic that they were aiming for, sort of. I'm female, I'm a person of color, and I part of the community, the gay community, sort of thing. So first point is that the Disney Star Wars that have been sort of pumping out content since The Force Awakens, they're not doing a very good job of it, and they're trying way too hard to really draw in a new audience. Like The Force Awakens, that was good. People had, well, I mean, good, um, or at least like people had hope for it. People were like, oh, it's basically just a rip off of A New Hope, which, I mean, it kind of was, but people had a lot of hope for it. Like, it's the beginning of a new trilogy. It's like, 40 years later, sort of thing. People had a lot of hope for it, and they took it and threw it out the window, basically. Um, and they were sort of focused from like The Force Awakens all the way to now and The Acolyte. They're like so laser focused on the female power. Everything is like centered around the female person of color, and they had to be gay, sort of thing. And I think like Kathleen Kennedy and the new showrunner lady, I don't know, Leslie something or others, um, like they're way too focused, and as part of the demographic that they're aiming for, I say they are way too focused on it. Um, Anyways, besides the point. No, that is the point. They're way too focused on it. Um, but when the sequels came out, or no, not the sequels, the prequels, the Hayden Christensen one, the I Hate Sand, It Gets Everywhere prequels, when those came out, and even when the original series came out, like, it didn't feel like George Lucas and the creators and such were going for a strong female centered perspective. Like, they wanted to tell a good story, and Leia and Padme just happened to be a byproduct of that they were like super spunky and they had a good motive and stuff. And the Disney Star Wars is just not going for that anymore, and it's like, it's very obvious because they're treating in the good story and the good plot and good character development for wokeness and for bad storytelling and for like looping in all of these like different audience potentials. I don't know how to say it. But they're so focused and looping in all of these like they want to loop in the gays and they want to loop in the trans people and they want to, I mean, like, it's not a, and they want to bring in all the people of color and stuff and they want to bring in the women and stuff, and like that isn't a problem, but the way that they're going about it is the problem and they don't realize it, and that's not good because like all the fans want is good stories and good plot lines and good characters and good character development, and they want to feel that they can develop alongside the characters and look up to the characters. And if you happen to have a strong female character or a person of color as a byproduct of the story and the plot line, like, sure, that's fine. Like the prequels had Mace Windu, and like the original series had Lando, and they I don't think like a lot, like 99% of the fan base, like, they love them. Like the 1% is gonna be like the problematic percent sort of thing. So like every fan base is going to have that problematic piece, but like 99% of the audience loves Mace Windu or loves Lando or whatever, or they like them at least, and they're a good like plot. They help with the plot and they're good characters and they're well developed, and like you can't make the argument that like all people of color are sort of marginalized and like put into this like little bubble, because like in the prequels sometimes Yoda, like the Grand Master of the Jedi and like who's been around for 900 years sort of thing, and like for most of the golden age of the Jedi, sometimes he like defers to Mace Windu and like says, "What do you think about this?" or or however Yoda says it. But like if you don't try for looping in all these like communities, then like I already made that point. Anyways, but so next point. Moving on. People had like a lot of hope actually for Finn, actually, because like if you in the trailers and stuff before The Force Awakens even came in, like it showed Finn presumably being an ex-stormtrooper and also wielding a lightsaber, and that is actually such an interesting concept, because like we always generally think of stormtroopers as the sort of the runts or the grunts of the Empire or the First Order, and they don't have good aim, but if one is shown to sort of evolve from the brainwashing or whatever from the Empire or the First Order, and then shows that they can evolve or adapt enough to wield a lightsaber, that's interesting. But nope, they threw it out the window. And anyways, this is an Acolyte video. I'm getting off topic. But basically, the fact that Amanda Stenberg, whatever, has now put out a video and said, like, oh, like, all of you were racists and bigots and everything for getting the show canceled when it was actually not a good show. Like, that's not our fault that you guys spent $180 million ish, almost $200 million on a shitty show. Like it's, I would say that The Acolyte is worse than the Book of Boba Fett. And, I mean, just from the reviews and such, it's worse than the Book of Boba Fett. And, like, the Book of Boba Fett, try saying that 5 times fast, jeez. It was bad, sure. But, like, the acting could make up for it. And, like, it had you can see possibilities from it, at least, somewhat, whereas the Acolyte, it's basically a dead-end show, because, like, what are you gonna get from it? Like, anyways, it's not good. And I'm sure that there's, like, you can find the video of Amanda, like, doing her hair while talking about, like, the racists and the bigots and the alt-right. Like, I'm not gonna cover that, her video, because it's sort of redundant right now, because, like, so many people have sort of dogpiled on it, but I might as well add my dogpile onto it. It's sort of doing her hair while talking at the camera, basically giving, like, I couldn't even be bothered to give you my whole attention, so I'm gonna just do my hair and, like, do this video as well, which not a good thing to give to the fans, like the 2 fans of The Acolyte, if there even is 2 fans. Anyways, but, and then she also did a diss track for the audience, basically saying that, like, oh no, saying, oh no, I'm a rich Nepo baby who also happens to be half black and half Danish, and oh no, I'm so oppressed because you guys didn't watch my show. And basically, I mean, that whole, like, description is, like, you don't need to see, like, you don't need to see the whole video just to see, like, that it was really bad and in poor taste, and, like, probably the reason why The Acolyte itself got canceled. So, if you're the reason why a show got canceled, then maybe you should, like, look at yourself before calling out the fans or anything, because it's not a good look. And the showrunner and Amanda and, like, so many cast members of the show were sort of saying, like, oh well, it's the fans' fault, and it's, like, it's not our problem that the fans don't like it, and, like, if you don't want to watch it, then don't watch it, it's not for you. And then, like, so many fans of the Star Wars series were like, well, okay, we won't watch it. And then now now the cast is doing a surprised Pikachu face. And um, they're like, why is the show canceled? Why is the show canceled? Even though, like, the acting is wooden, the sets look fake. It doesn't look real. And, like, as universally panned as the prequels were, at least, like, the cinematography and, like, the green screen and, whatever, at least it looked majestic. That's all. And the Acolyte's set, the sets that they had didn't look, I guess, par for the course for $180 million budget. So, anyways, in summary, I'm rambling. So, anyways, in summary, as sort of the target demographic of the Acolyte and, like, the new Disney woke agenda sort of thing, I say the Acolyte definitely did not look good for $180 million budget. The acting is wooden, and Amandla, shut up, because you are not helping the show. You are not helping people of color. And next point, and last point, activists like Amandla and a lot of the more public Disney people, activists don't make good actors, generally speaking. Anyways, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I guess like and subscribe, and I'll try and make more Star Wars videos. Anyways, thanks for watching.